What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode. It's like, hold on, look at your screen right there. Oops, I did it again. Nah, I was a little corny, but like real talk, y'all can go check the free chat in the link below because I sent this out in the free chat. I didn't send the picture like I did the VIP chat, but I did send the entry out. And like it was like y'all can go check the free chat. Y'all can check my work. I promise. I don't gotta lie about it. I don't gotta lie to y'all. But this week is going fairly, pretty much to as we expected, except for the fact that I want to call out my own slight oversight because I hadn't realized that OPEC had announced the uptick in oil production, and that's the main reason why oil prices haven't skyrocketed generally, like how normally when things are going crazy in the world, like recession fears or trade wars, oil usually prices higher, to and it's might be a manipulation tactic because like it could be untrue that they're producing so much more and planning to produce so much more. It could be the fact that like all of this is going on, and if everything else is falling off, you know what I mean? Like, it would scare the world. It would probably scare the world a lot more if oil prices were going, ballistic right now, and it would probably make things a little bit more of a headache for all the leaders involved. So, just a bird's eye view take on it. I think that oil. Let me actually go pull up the chart for y'all so we can just take a look at it. Cause we had got like a spike. We got a spike. I think off of this entry. This entry is a little higher up than the entry that we actually took in the chat. I'll show y'all. Let me go to. I'm pretty sure I sent it in both. Yeah, I sent that in the free chat too. We got in 5999. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, way down here. 5999 and 6039 were my personal entries, as you can see right there. This kind of was just like a area to look at. So like, don't when I put these boxes up, don't be too focused on the boxes because like we don't always stick straight to these boxes. It's always depending on what market's looking like. But I'm gonna get that out y'all way just so y'all not looking at it. But I want to make sure y'all know I ain't gotta lie about it. You know what I'm saying? But price went. We got it. We made money off of this little move here, right? But my stop loss got put into profit, so we were taken out. And I told the chats, everybody, that they should be putting their stop loss break even or in profit, because once a price moves and you're making money, there's like no real reason to lose money at that point. It's like, yeah, you want to give it a chance to move, but it's like you could just get back in, you know what I mean? And then even if it goes against you, if you've done that a few times, you're only losing house money at that point. You know what I mean? So it's like, might as well just get stopped out in profit and get other positioning, because price is obviously not making a full move to your direction just yet if it's coming back to entry. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of sauce from that perspective. But like I said, I believe it is a little bit of manipulation going on, to keep the chaos keep the chaos controlled in a sense, and that would give a lot more validity, because even with an uptick in oil production, if it's right and true, there's still a lot of questions to be answered about general trade practices with, 'cause, you got Russia involved, you got Iran involved, you got China involved. There's a lot of players involved. So when we're having the conversation that we're having right now, I mean, like going tit for tat on tariffs, then we should definitely see at least a little bit more of a supply and demand disruption going on here. But like I said, that's being mitigated. We made a little bit of money off this buy, but I just kind of want to wait, sit it out until we are getting a little bit of divergence here. Like this low is, this low is higher than this low, but here this low is lower than this low. So we could be getting a mismatch in strength, and I think oil will probably end up repricing to go a bit higher, and we'll probably end up in this zone pretty soon. But before I actually get back in and trade it, I kind of just want to see how the rest of this week plays out from a fundamental standpoint. I want to see if Putin has something to say. Really, I'm really honestly just like sitting around just waiting on Putin to say something. It's like the moment he chooses problems, then we're gonna be looking to get in for oil buys. You know what I mean? And that's not just U.S. oil. I'll show y'all. I actually bought UK oil at around the same time that I had bought U.S. oil, and I closed them. I closed them at the same time. Where is it? Oh, it's the last 24 hours. Last 7 days. Yeah, I got it. I got it on my micro account over here on Instant Funded. Didn't make much. It was a couple of dollars, but it just went into the overall play. You know what I mean? I like to kind of diversify it a little bit. I mean, it's not super diversified because they are moving together because they're both oil, but at the same time, you have like EU has their own problems going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, their problems got a lot to do with our problems, but they got issues within their own socioeconomic space that's affecting things. So I like to try to take advantage of that wherever I can see fit, and that was just one of those opportunities. I really just wanted to kind of touch in on that because of the fact that the last video on the channel is me talking about oil prices about to explode. You know what I'm saying? And we got like a little grenade right here. A little, like how many pips is that? Yeah, like a 600 ish point swing. So I mean, like, call it a bomb, call it a grenade. It did explode a little bit. I mean, it stopped selling. You know what I mean? So it's not like we were wrong, I say, but I definitely thought that we were gonna get more momentum. But like I said, that is an oversight on me, on my part, as a trader, investor, and a hedge fund manager, to not be a little bit more aware of what OPEC had just said. You know what I mean? So that's on me. But I won't let that happen again. For sure. And like, even still, like even if we miss something little, the way that we trade, when you don't over risk, you don't over leverage, and you don't take a whole bunch of extra positions, then you can mitigate being wrong. You can mitigate a loss a lot easier if you just chill out. A lot of traders find themselves in bad positions just due to the fact that like they were wrong and they leverage too much. You know what I mean? It's like you can be wrong and still not lose in these markets. That's why I love the Forex, crypto, commodity markets. That's why I love these markets that we trade here, because it's like, yeah, I mean, granted, if you let it run too far, that might not come back for a while. But with these weekly and intraday swings, it's once you get precision trading down, or wave analysis down, or ICT down, whatever you're trading, whatever you get down packed, just chill and you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Just literally just take less trades and be more selective about the trades y'all are taking. A lot of y'all are not selective enough. Y'all just like taking trades just because you like pressing buttons. It's like, nah. It's like when you're doing this, the key is to be able to do the least amount of work possible and make the max amount of money possible, right? So me, ideally, the ideal week is I take 2 trades and I hit my target. That's ideal for me. Now, granted, sometimes I might have to take 3. Sometimes I might take 4 in a week. Sometimes, I mean, honestly, I think most trades I'll probably take in a week is like 10. That's my personal max. Like I might look at other setups and like, saying give information on the markets, but me personally on the assets that I manage on my personal accounts, It's just like there's no reason to really be taking more than that for me, and because we're precision trading. You know what I mean, it wouldn't be precision trading if there was that many damn setups. You know what I mean? So, granted, there are a lot of markets that we don't look at. So, you could argue that I could be trading, making a lot more trades, but then I'd be spreading myself across, focusing on a lot of markets, and I like to know what's truly going on with what I'm trading. So, it would just it doesn't make sense to spread myself thin when I could just move the decimal point over. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, but if you guys got value out of this, if you're enjoying the updates, please hit that like button, hit that sub button, and that bell icon. The algorithm loves when you do that because listen, the majority of people that see my videos aren't my subscribers for some reason. I don't know why YouTube's doing me like that, but hit that like button, hit that sub button, and that bell icon so we can get this sauce to more people. All right, don't be a gatekeeper. If you watch this and you don't like it, you are a gatekeeper because you getting the sauce. You getting the sauce from the source. My name Drip. You know what I mean? All right. I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.